Hey there, I'm Ben. Samsung Freestyle knockoff review. Okay, so last week I reviewed the Samsung Freestyle for $1,200, and this week I'm doing a knockoff projector by MagCubic for less than a tenth of the price. I mean, could you go wrong at that price? Is it just hot garbage? Do I regret buying it? Honestly, I gotta say for $100 I was kind of surprised by the quality, but it's worth it. Let's get into it. Starting, as always, with hardware, fit, and finish. This device is $100, and boy does it feel like it. You get what you pay for. It doesn't feel like it's going to necessarily fall apart, but unlike the Samsung, I feel like it would break immediately if I dropped it. I don't like how limited the adjustability of the angle is. It's hard to get the right angle with this, especially given that it only goes up and down, whereas with the Samsung, I didn't have any problem. Also, this little sucker generates a lot of heat, significantly more than its genuine counterpart, and obviously these things have bulbs with limited lifespans. So how does the knockoff compare? Well, on their website, they make the claim that the life of this trans-speed projector is stated to be 50,000 hours, which should provide a long lifespan of home or typical office use. Compare this to Samsung's projector, which claims a lifespan of only 20,000 hours, and you've got to think that this is either an exaggeration or an outright lie. I did reach out to MagCubic for comment, but I have received no reply. Next, let's talk about image and sound quality. I'm honestly kind of surprised at how comparable the images are. I think the reason for this is that the knockoff is using an older but more reliable and well-developed technology, while the Freestyle is using newer, more energy-efficient tech, and basically that shakes down to you getting a hotter running projector with a slightly less vibrant image. This isn't really a flex on the Samsung, but there is also no left to right keystoning. I don't know why this is so much to ask, but yeah, just like the Freestyle, this device cannot keystone left to right, which is annoying because if you really want to hear me whine and complain about it, maybe watch the Samsung video. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Oh yeah, so whereas on the Samsung, the sound was really impressive. In this device, it's obviously super underwhelming. I don't know what kind of speaker they're using, but it sounds like it's just a tiny bit stronger than, say, like an iPhone. Maybe not even a really good iPhone at that. What's hilarious to me is that I could buy two of these projectors and a brand new Google smart speaker, and I would still have spent less money than the cost of a Freestyle. Maybe they should call it the cost style. Am I right? I would also say that in its favor, it is really easy to connect to a Bluetooth speaker or just your headphones, whichever. I do think it's really cool also that when you boot it up, it will find and automatically connect to whatever Bluetooth speaker it was last connected to. I found this to be really useful and very great because it's like, ooh, instant theater, but that might be annoying for other people. I don't know. In my books, it's a good feature. It is, however, annoying that it doesn't sync up the volume with the speaker that it's attached to, so you can still adjust the volume individually on both devices. It'd be nice if it was just connected and they were the same number. But, I mean, again, this costs less than a 4-pack of AirTags, so you get what you get. Next, we have social stuff and sharing. Note that there is a wireless connection screen within the projector. You do have to be navigated to that screen to connect to it wirelessly. Having said that, it is remarkably easy to cast to if you have an iPhone or a MacBook. This device has no support for batteries, which is kind of a bummer, but $100 is $100. That being said, it was pretty much impossible to get a cast from Android, which is weird because normally that's the easier one, but I could not, like literally could not make it cast from any Android device. I did even download the recommended Miracast app, which the projector recommended, and yeah, that did not work at all. Okay, so the remote on this, kind of as expected, it's boring. There's no solar panel in the back of it. What the hell? It does require line of sight, although I noticed that if you're just like pointing it at the screen sort of generally, it's not a big deal. Decent quality there, I guess. Okay, software. Obviously, there is no smartphone keyboard input, which is kind of a bummer, so you do have to hunt and peck with a remote if you want to connect it to Wi-Fi, which you really have to if you want to use it. Honestly though, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the software experience is actually better than the Freestyle for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because it's so easy to screencast, and then basically you're not even using the software on the projector anymore, you're just using your phone, which is nice. Secondly, oh wait, that's the only reason. While we're talking about software though, I should just point out that this device is advertised intermittently as having Android 11 and access to the Google Play Store, and as it turns out, I and a number of other people on AmazonReviews.com have found it not to be the case. My best guess is that this is some kind of modded version of Android. This device actually has a menu for media, almost as if you should be able to load content onto it, but I wasn't able to do this via cable or a wireless IP connection, which is annoying because it's really easy to connect to over the network using its IP address, and sadly, the developer didn't create an option to upload media to it, so unless you're really extra nerdy, you can't even upload files from your local network. I did also try using my personal casting software, which is made by Airflow. Shout out to Airflow, who is not sponsoring this video. Sponsor me, daddy. Although I guess if we do that, I can never review Airflow software. But anyway, Airflow was actually able to see the device on the network, which is further than anyone else got. But unfortunately, even though I tried casting to it, the projector doesn't seem to be requesting data, which again, I have no idea why. Oh, also, I did do a check, and this device is running the quote-unquote latest version of its software. Okay, on to environmental shit. There appears to be zero information on the company's environmental impact or climate goals. I reached out to MagCubic for comment, but as yet have received zero response. Given the reputation of a lot of knockoff products, I can only imagine that the manufacturing standards / environmental practices for this company are pretty concerning. Honestly, the fact that there isn't even a whisper about their environmental impact is pretty damaging. Okay, summary. Honestly, I am kind of shocked to say this, but for iPhone users at least, I'm gonna argue that this projector is a little bit better than the Freestyle, which costs, again, 10 times as much, mostly because it was just really easy to use. Is this a dodgy knockoff product that almost definitely won't last as long? Yes. I would say, however, that I dug through Amazon's 1-star reviews for this product, and shockingly, it doesn't appear to have cratered early for anyone, although Amazon could just be taking down those reviews, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Bozo the Clown might be playing tricks on us again. But I guess what I'm saying in a nutshell is that it has done remarkably well for what it is, and that the lesson here is that sometimes having less options makes for a simpler, better, less annoying product, because honestly, the Samsung Freestyle was very annoying. Go watch that video. Where did that voice come from? Anyway, if you're looking for a fun projector for your kids, this is something that is more than enough for that, assuming that they don't drop it. Obviously, the sound on this is a little garbo, but with your savings, you can just buy another Bluetooth speaker. Even then, it does what it's supposed to, and it doesn't have annoying extra features that you can't turn off. And it isn't an Amazon-partnered product, even though it is sold on Amazon.com and a billion other places, by the way. If there's any one good reason not to buy it, it's that it's probably manufactured by children using lead tools 3 miles from Chernobyl. But, you know, something ethical consumption under capitalism. What do you want from me? We can't expect these people to be perfect because they are purely profit-driven monsters, mimicking other profit-driven monsters who probably don't even remember the day they sold their souls to the devil. Whoops! Got off topic there for a second. Thanks for sticking with me. Other than that, it does the job. Okay, thanks so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. I'm BRB, this is BRBTG, and as always, I'll be right back. Oh, and the subscribe police are telling me to tell you to subscribe. So, you know, subscribe, or you will be arrested by the YouTube police for YouTube crimes. Okay, I really am going now. Okay, bye. Goodbye. No, you hang up.